There is a power within you that speaks beyond words, a voice that aligns with the divine, shaping the seen from the unseen. As you step into this new month, know that every prayer you utter, every thought you hold with conviction, carries the seed of manifestation. You are not separate from God, for the kingdom of heaven is within you. As you close your eyes and speak this prayer, feel it as already answered. Father, I give thanks, for I know that before I even ask, it is done. Every blessing, every breakthrough is already mine. I do not beg, for I am your child, and all that you have is mine. I do not chase, for I rest in the certainty that what I seek is seeking me. I do not doubt, for faith is the evidence of things unseen, and I stand firm in the knowing that you are always working on my behalf. This is the month where doors open effortlessly, where obstacles dissolve like mist before the morning sun. Every step I take is guided, every decision is blessed, for I walk in divine favor. Nothing is withheld from me, for I believe, and it is done. I release all fear, all worry, all hesitation. There is no lack in my life, for I dwell in the abundance of God. Every cell in my body vibrates with divine health. Every relationship is filled with peace, and every resource flows to me in perfect time. I do not look to the world for validation, I look within, where the voice of God whispers, "You are already blessed." I stand firm in faith, knowing that no force, no delay, no circumstance can hinder what God has ordained for me. My vision is clear, my path is straight, and my heart is open to receive. This month I declare favor beyond measure, provision beyond expectation, and joy that overflows. Whatever has been held back is now released. Whatever has been lost is restored. Whatever has been delayed is now accelerated. I am ready, I am willing, I am aligned. And so it is. There is no force greater than the power of prayer spoken with absolute belief. In this sacred moment, as you align yourself with the divine, let every word you utter be a decree, a declaration that the blessings of heaven are already flowing into your life. Do not pray as one who is uncertain, as one who hopes but does not know. Pray as one who understands that God is not distant, but within, closer than breath, nearer than thought. Father, I enter this new month with gratitude, knowing that every step is ordered, every path made straight. I do not ask for blessings as if they are apart from me. I claim them as my rightful inheritance. You have designed me for abundance, for joy, for success, and I step into these gifts with unwavering faith. I see doors opening before me, doors that no one can shut. I see healing flowing through my body, restoring every cell, bringing vitality and strength. I see opportunities arising in places I never expected. Divine connections forming that propel me forward into the destiny you have set before me. Nothing is impossible for you, Lord, and nothing is impossible for the one who believes. I release every limitation, every doubt, every fear, and I embrace the fullness of your promises. I do not look at circumstances. I do not waver when storms arise, for I know that in every challenge you have already provided the victory. The mountains before me are moved by faith, the obstacles dissolve before my declaration of truth. I am more than a conqueror, I am already victorious. This month is a season of supernatural increase. Where there has been lack, there is now overflow. Where there has been struggle, there is now ease. Where there has been confusion, clarity now reigns. I step into divine alignment, walking in the wisdom that comes not from the world, but from the Spirit within. I no longer struggle against the current of life. I allow your power to carry me effortlessly into my highest good. I do not force, I do not chase, I do not strive. I rest in the certainty that all things are unfolding perfectly in your divine timing. Every morning as I rise, I speak these words and feel their truth vibrating in my being. I am blessed, I am chosen, I am favored, I am protected, I am provided for. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No force can hinder what you have ordained for my life. The works of my hands are blessed. My thoughts are guided by divine wisdom. My heart is filled with peace beyond understanding. I let go of all that no longer serves me. I release worry, I release anxiety, I release the need to control. I trust fully, completely, without hesitation. Father, I see abundance flowing into my life like a mighty river, washing away all remnants of lack. I see debts cancelled, financial burdens lifted, unexpected provision arriving right on time. I see businesses thriving, careers advancing, opportunities multiplying. I walk in a realm where all my needs are met before I even recognize them. I am not bound by the limitations of the physical world, for I operate under the laws of your kingdom, where lack does not exist and supply is infinite. I declare that my health flourishes in divine perfection. Every organ, every muscle, every nerve functions exactly as you designed it. Sickness has no place in my body. Disease has no authority over me, for I am covered by your healing power. Every cell is renewed, every function restored, every imbalance corrected. I walk in strength, vitality, and divine energy. I declare that my relationships are filled with love and harmony. Every misunderstanding is resolved, every wound is healed, every bond is strengthened. I attract into my life people who align with your purpose for me, who uplift and support my vision. Toxic connections dissolve effortlessly, and in their place divine friendships are formed. I walk in love, and love flows back to me in every interaction. I declare that my mind is at peace. No longer will I entertain thoughts of fear, failure, or doubt. My mind is disciplined, focused, and filled with thoughts that align with my highest good. Every negative thought is replaced with truth. Every limiting belief is dismantled and replaced with divine wisdom. I think only of what is pure, what is noble, what is praiseworthy. My words are powerful, my declarations are unstoppable, for I understand that as I speak, I create. Father, I give thanks, for I know that even now unseen forces are moving on my behalf. I do not need to see with my physical eyes to believe, for I walk by faith, not by sight. I trust the process. I trust the divine order of things. I trust that all is working together for my highest good. Even in moments when things seem uncertain, I remain steadfast, knowing that you are orchestrating miracles behind the scenes. I release all burdens, all stress, all striving. I surrender to the flow of divine abundance, allowing myself to be carried by your grace. I no longer try to force my way. I simply align with the truth that all I seek is already mine. I am not a beggar, I am an heir to the kingdom. I am not struggling, I am thriving. I am not waiting, I am receiving now. This month, every day I will walk with confidence, knowing that heaven's blessings are chasing me down. My steps are ordered, my hands are blessed, my voice carries power, my faith is unshakable. Nothing can stand against the one who believes, and I believe with every fiber of my being. My prayers are not empty words. They are living, breathing declarations that shape my reality. I do not concern myself with the how, for that is already handled. I do not question the when, for divine timing is always perfect. I only rest in the knowing that it is done, and as I walk in this truth, I see evidence of your power manifesting all around me. Synchronicities align, miracles unfold, blessings multiply. My testimony is already being written, and it is greater than I could have imagined. Father, I thank you, not as one who hopes, but as one who knows. I thank you not for what is coming, but for what is already here. I thank you not from a place of need, but from a place of certainty. For you have never failed me, and you never will. I am chosen, I am loved, I am favored beyond measure. And so it is. I lift my spirit in unwavering faith, knowing that every word I speak is infused with divine power. I do not pray as one who is waiting for blessings to arrive, but as one who knows they are already here. I open my heart to receive, to accept the abundance, the breakthroughs, the miracles that have already been ordained for me. I let go of all resistance, all doubt, all hesitation. I stand in the certainty that I am guided, protected, and provided for in ways beyond my understanding. The forces of heaven move on my behalf, aligning circumstances, shifting realities, and clearing the way for my highest good. Father, I see every limitation dissolving, every obstacle crumbling, every delay vanishing. I am not confined by past experiences, by old patterns, or by the expectations of the world. I step into a new dimension of faith where all things are possible. I rise above fear, above worry, above anxiety, and I rest in the absolute assurance that you are working all things together for my good. My breakthrough is not coming, it has already arrived. I claim it now, I live in it now, I rejoice in it now. The power of my prayer is not in the words alone, but in the conviction with which I speak them. I do not wish, I do not hope, I declare. I do not ask from a place of lack, I speak from a place of knowing. Everything I need has already been supplied. Every resource, every opportunity, every open door is already in place. I no longer search outside myself for answers, for I know that the kingdom of heaven is within me. I am one with the divine, and in this oneness there is no separation, no limitation, no lack. Every morning as I awaken, I speak these words with certainty. I am blessed beyond measure. I am chosen for great things. I am walking in divine favor. I am surrounded by miracles. I attract prosperity effortlessly. I radiate health and vitality. I am a magnet for divine opportunities. My steps are ordered, my path is illuminated, my future is secure. There is no force that can stand against the power that flows within me. I am unstoppable, unshakable, unbreakable. I refuse to entertain thoughts of doubt or failure. My mind is disciplined, focused only on what is pure, what is true, what is aligned with the highest good. No longer will I allow fear to dictate my reality. No longer will I allow circumstances to determine my faith. I take authority over my life, over my thoughts, over my emotions. I choose to see only the truth, and the truth is this: I am already victorious. I am already abundant. I am already living in divine overflow. Father, I release all burdens, all struggles, all worries. I place them in your hands, knowing that you are the God who never fails. I trust you completely. I let go of the need to control, to understand, to figure everything out. I rest in the knowing that you are always on time, that your ways are higher, that your plans are perfect. I surrender to the divine flow, allowing blessings to come to me with ease, allowing miracles to unfold effortlessly. Every day I expect favor, I expect increase, I expect breakthroughs. I do not allow my faith to be swayed by temporary challenges. I see beyond the surface, beyond the illusion of lack or limitation. I see with the eyes of faith, knowing that what I believe in my heart will surely come to pass. I do not live by what I see, I live by what I know. And I know that I am destined for greatness, for joy, for peace beyond understanding. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No obstacle can stand in the way of what God has prepared for me. No setback can stop the blessings that are already in motion. I walk in divine protection. Every force that rises against me is already defeated. Every negative word spoken against me is rendered powerless. Every attack of the enemy is turned into a testimony of victory. I am shielded by divine favor, and nothing can touch what has been ordained by the heaven. This month I am walking into a season of acceleration. What took others years will take me months. What seemed impossible before will manifest effortlessly. Every delay is being turned into divine timing. Every disappointment is being transformed into a greater blessing. I trust the process, for I know that behind every challenge is an opportunity for expansion, for growth, for elevation. My heart is open to receive. I do not block my blessings with fear or doubt. I do not resist what is already mine. I align myself with the flow of abundance, stepping into the life that has already been prepared for me. I no longer hold on to the past, to old wounds, to limiting beliefs. I release everything that no longer serves me. I walk forward free, empowered, ready to embrace the fullness of my destiny. Father, I thank you for the unseen miracles already unfolding. I thank you for the favor that surrounds me like a shield. I thank you for the divine connections, the unexpected blessings, the breakthroughs beyond my imagination. I thank you not as one who hopes, but as one who knows. I thank you as one who understands that it is already done. I step into this month with confidence, with boldness, with unwavering faith, knowing that I am walking in the manifestation of your promises. I am the evidence of your goodness, the living testimony of your faithfulness. My life is a reflection of divine grace. I shine with the light of abundance, of joy, of unwavering belief. Everywhere I go, blessings follow. Everything I touch is multiplied. I am a vessel of prosperity, a channel for miracles, an instrument of divine love. I live in alignment with the truth that all things are working together for my highest good. I am not waiting for the blessing, I am the blessing. I am not waiting for the breakthrough, I am the breakthrough. I am not waiting for the miracle, I am walking in the miracle. And so it is. I stand firm in this knowing, unwavering in my faith, unshaken by what my physical eyes may see. I refuse to be moved by appearances, for I understand that reality is shaped not by external circumstances, but by the power of my belief. I align my heart with divine truth, and in doing so I command the unseen to manifest into the seen. Every word I speak carries creative power, shaping my world, rearranging conditions, and bringing forth the fulfillment of God's promises in my life. I do not pray from a place of pleading, for I know that my Father does not withhold any good thing from me. Instead, I pray from a place of confidence, declaring with authority that what has been spoken in heaven is now established on earth. My words do not return void, but accomplish the purpose for which they are sent. When I speak of favor, favor manifests. When I speak of healing, healing flows. When I speak of provision, provision overflows. The power of God moves through me, unrestricted, unhindered, unstoppable. Every morning I rise with a heart full of gratitude, knowing that this day has already been blessed. I walk in divine alignment, knowing that every step I take is ordered. I do not question, I do not doubt, I simply trust. I let go of worry, for I know that God is my provider. I let go of fear, for I know that God is my protector. I let go of uncertainty, for I know that God is my guide. There is nothing missing, nothing broken, nothing incomplete. I am whole, I am abundant, I am victorious. I no longer pray as one who is distant from God, for I understand that I am one with Him. His Spirit lives within me, His power flows through me, His wisdom speaks within me. I do not need to search outside myself for answers, for all that I need is already within. I turn inward, I listen, I trust. The whispers of my spirit are the voice of God, leading me, directing me, revealing to me the steps I must take. As I go about my day, I remain in this awareness. I do not allow distractions to shake my peace. I do not allow circumstances to dictate my emotions. I am centered, grounded in faith, walking in unwavering confidence. If a challenge arises, I do not react with fear, but with faith. If an obstacle appears, I do not shrink back, but move forward in authority. I know that no weapon formed against me shall prosper, for greater is He who is in me than he who is in the world. Everything I desire is already mine, and I now align my mind, my heart, and my actions with this truth. I live as if my prayers have already been answered. I give thanks as if my blessings have already arrived. I rejoice as if my miracles are already unfolding. I do not wait to see before I believe. I believe and then I see. I walk in abundance. I walk in favor. I walk in divine health. I walk in supernatural provision. Every cell in my body vibrates with life and energy. Every part of my being is in harmony with the divine. I am surrounded by goodness, and goodness flows through me to bless those around me. My hands are anointed to prosper. Everything I touch flourishes. My words are infused with power. Every declaration I make carries weight in the spiritual realm. I release all resistance, all doubt, all hesitation. I surrender completely to the flow of divine grace. I am no longer striving, no longer struggling, no longer trying to force things into place. I trust in perfect timing. I trust in divine alignment. I trust that everything is working out for my highest good. Even when I do not understand the process, I know that God is orchestrating everything perfectly. I stand in faith, immovable, unshakable, knowing that my life is a testimony of God's goodness. I expect miracles. I expect breakthroughs. I expect supernatural favor. I do not settle for less than what has been promised to me. I do not allow fear to hold me back from stepping into the fullness of my destiny. I move with boldness, with confidence, with certainty. I declare that this season of my life is filled with blessings beyond measure. Doors that were once closed are now opening. Delays are turning into acceleration. What seemed impossible is now becoming my reality. I am positioned for greatness, for increase, for overflow. My faith is strong, my spirit is unbreakable, my mind is focused. I walk in the light of divine wisdom, making choices that align with my highest purpose. I am led by divine intuition, always in the right place at the right time. I do not chase, I do not strive, I attract all that is meant for me with ease. The universe responds to my faith, rearranging situations, bringing people and opportunities that align with my divine assignment. I remain steadfast, knowing that I am not forgotten, that I am deeply loved, that my prayers are heard and answered. I do not waver, I do not question, I do not hesitate. I step forward with confidence, knowing that the God who has begun a good work in me will surely complete it. I am a magnet for divine favor. I am a living testimony of God's faithfulness. I am victorious in all things, and so it is. I awaken each morning with an expectancy of good. I do not look to the past, for the past has no power over me. I do not dwell on yesterday's troubles, for today is new, and with it comes fresh grace, fresh mercy, and fresh opportunity. My eyes are fixed on what is before me, not behind me. I know that every moment is filled with divine possibility, and I open my heart to receive it fully. I am not moved by the noise of the world. I am not distracted by what others say, by what others think, by what others do. My focus is singular. My vision is clear. I see only the promise. I see only the abundance. I see only the manifestation of God's goodness in my life. I do not waver between belief and doubt. I do not go back and forth between faith and fear. I have made my choice, and my choice is unwavering faith. When I speak, the universe listens. When I declare, heaven responds. My words are not empty, they are not idle. They carry the weight of divine authority. I do not speak from lack. I do not speak from desperation. I speak from a place of power. I declare what is already mine, and as I declare it, it takes shape, it takes form, it becomes visible. I refuse to let circumstances dictate my emotions. I refuse to let setbacks shake my confidence. I know that everything is working together for my good, even the things I do not yet understand. When a door seems to close, I do not despair, for I know that something greater is being prepared for me. When things do not unfold as I expected, I do not lose heart, for I know that God's plan far exceeds anything I could have imagined. I am patient, for I trust divine timing. I am at peace, for I know all things are unfolding perfectly. I am filled with joy, for I already see the fulfillment of what I have prayed for. I do not wait until the blessing arrives to celebrate. I celebrate now. I do not wait until the breakthrough happens to give thanks. I give thanks now. My gratitude is my act of faith. My praise is my demonstration of belief. I am aligned with divine abundance. I'm connected to limitless supply. I do not beg, I do not chase, I do not struggle, I receive. I allow blessings to flow to me freely. I release resistance, I release anxiety, I release the need to control. I trust, I believe, I allow. I let go of the how, and I stand firm in the knowing that it is already done. I walk as one who is chosen. I carry myself with the confidence of one who knows they are favored. I do not shrink back. I do not dim my light. I do not question my worthiness. I have been called for a purpose, and I step fully into that calling without hesitation. I embrace my greatness. I own my divine identity. I walk boldly in the truth of who I am. My heart is pure. My spirit is light. My soul is free. I release all burdens, all weights, all limitations. I no longer hold on to pain, to fear, to regret. I am renewed. I am refreshed. I am restored. I am a vessel of divine love, and I radiate that love in all that I do. When I speak life. When I move with purpose. When I act with intention. I expect miracles daily. I am open to divine surprises. I know that the windows of heaven are open over my life, and blessings are pouring down in ways I cannot even fathom. I live in a state of constant expectation, knowing that what is meant for me cannot be denied. The universe conspires in my favor. Everything aligns for my highest good. I am deeply loved. I am divinely guided. I am infinitely supported. I am never alone, for the presence of God is always with me. In times of uncertainty, I listen for His voice. In times of difficulty, I lean on His strength. In times of waiting, I rest in His promise. I do not worry about tomorrow, for I know that tomorrow is already taken care of. I see only abundance. I see only wholeness. I see only divine fulfillment. My mind is renewed. My heart is at peace. My spirit is unshakable. I do not waver. I do not doubt. I do not fear. I stand firm. I stand tall. I stand victorious. I have already won. I have already received. I have already stepped into my breakthrough. It is here. It is now. It is done. I hold the vision of my life with unwavering certainty. I do not allow distractions, doubts, or fears to take root in my mind. I guard my thoughts carefully, knowing that every thought I dwell upon manifests into form. I do not entertain lack. I do not accept limitation. I do not acknowledge impossibility. All things are possible, and what I have spoken into existence is already mine. I walk in divine alignment, my steps ordered by an unseen hand. I do not question the process. I trust in the perfect orchestration of my life. I move with confidence, knowing that each step forward is a step closer to my breakthrough. When delays arise, I do not despair, for I know that delay is not denial. I remain steadfast, knowing that what is mine is inevitable. I reject fear in all its forms. Fear has no power over me. I do not fear failure, for I cannot fail when God is with me. I do not fear lack, for I dwell in an ever-flowing river of abundance. I do not fear rejection, for I am already accepted, already chosen, already beloved. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and no obstacle can stand in the way of my destiny. I listen closely to the voice within me. I trust the still, small whisper that speaks truth into my heart. I am not swayed by the opinions of others, for I know who I am. I do not seek validation, for I am already validated by the Creator Himself. I do not look outside of myself for answers, for everything I need is already within me. I see with the eyes of faith. I do not judge by appearances, for I know that what I see now is only a fraction of what is unfolding. Even when circumstances seem unchanged, I remain unmoved, for I know that my breakthrough is already in motion. I hold the image of my blessing in my mind with such clarity that it cannot help but materialize. I refuse to speak against my own desires. I speak only life, only power, only truth. I embrace my present reality with joy. I do not resist where I am, for I know that every season serves a purpose. Even in moments of stillness, I am growing. Even in times of waiting, I am preparing. I do not complain about where I am, for I know that where I am is leading me to where I desire to be. Gratitude fills my heart. I rejoice in all things, knowing that every moment is part of a divine unfolding. I walk in love. I hold no grudges. I harbor no resentment. I release all offenses. I do not allow bitterness to take root in my heart, for I know that love is the greatest force in existence. I forgive freely. not because others deserve it, but because I deserve peace. I release the past with ease, knowing that I am not defined by what has been, but by what is to come. I am surrounded by divine protection. No harm shall come near me, no darkness can touch me. I walk with the assurance that I am covered, shielded, and guarded at all times. Angels go before me, preparing the way. I am never alone, for divine presence surrounds me always. I rise above negativity. I do not engage in gossip, in strife, in arguments. I protect my energy. I guard my peace. I remain centered in truth. I do not entertain conversations that diminish my faith. I do not allow negativity to take residence in my mind. I choose my thoughts. I choose my words. I choose my focus. I align myself with the highest good. I am not envious of others, for I know that there is more than enough for all. I celebrate the success of others, knowing that my own success is inevitable. I do not compare, for my journey is unique. My path is divinely crafted. My story is unfolding perfectly. I attract divine connections. The right people are drawn to me effortlessly. Doors open in my favor without struggle. I am in the right place at the right time. Everything I need finds its way to me with ease. I do not chase, I attract. What is meant for me cannot be taken away. What belongs to me is already mine. I honor my body, my mind, my soul. I speak words of life over myself daily. I do not criticize, I do not condemn, I do not doubt. I lift myself up, I encourage myself, I strengthen myself. My body is strong, my mind is sharp, my spirit is resilient. Every cell in my body vibrates with divine energy. I am renewed, I am restored, I am whole. I live in expectation of miracles. I do not wait passively. I expect actively. I wake up each day with excitement, knowing that today holds new blessings, new opportunities, new manifestations. I listen closely for divine guidance, and I act upon the inspiration that flows through me. I am not stagnant. I am not idle. I am always moving forward in faith. I refuse to dwell on what I lack, for I lack nothing. Everything I desire is already within reach. I do not beg, I do not plead, I do not question, I receive. I live in a state of divine reception, knowing that I am worthy of every good thing. I was created for abundance, I was created for joy, I was created for victory. I embrace each day as a gift. I do not waste time in worry, in regret, in fear. I live fully in the present moment, knowing that the present is where my power lies. I am not bound by the mistakes of the past. I am not anxious about the future. I am here now, fully alive, fully aware, fully at peace. I declare that my breakthrough is here. I declare that my blessings are overflowing. I declare that my life is a reflection of divine goodness. I have no doubt, no hesitation, no uncertainty. I believe, I receive, I rejoice. It is already done. I hold this truth within me and let it fill every part of my being. I do not waver, I do not question, I do not entertain doubt. My faith is unshakable, because I know that what I believe in my heart must come to pass. I see beyond what is in front of me, beyond the physical reality, and into the unseen where all possibilities exist. I do not ask how or when, for I trust in divine timing. I trust that all things are working together for my good, even when I do not yet see it. I walk in certainty, knowing that my vision is already fulfilled. I move forward without hesitation. I do not look back, for the past holds no power over me. I do not revisit old failures, old disappointments, or old regrets. They have no place in my present and no influence over my future. I release every burden, every weight that has tried to hold me down. I am free. I am limitless. I am unstoppable. Nothing stands in my way, for I am walking a path that has already been cleared for me. I do not need to force, I do not need to struggle, I do not need to push. I flow with ease, with grace, with confidence, knowing that everything I need is already mine. I guard my words with intention. I do not speak against my own blessing, for my words hold power. I do not complain. I do not declare lack. I do not entertain fear. I speak only life, only abundance, only victory. My words shape my reality, and so I speak carefully, knowing that what I declare will manifest. I say I am blessed, and so I am. I say I am favored, and so I am. Every word I release sets miracles into motion. I expect divine favor wherever I go. Doors open for me in ways I cannot explain. Opportunities come to me effortlessly. People are drawn to me with kindness, generosity, and support. I do not have to force connections, for the right people find me at the right time. I do not have to struggle for recognition, for what is meant for me cannot be ignored. I walk in the fullness of my calling, knowing that everything I need is already aligning in my favor. I let go of every limitation. I do not accept the idea of impossibility, for I know that all things are possible. I do not limit myself by my past, my circumstances, or what others say. I do not let fear dictate my decisions. I rise above every limitation, every obstacle, every doubt. I step into my highest potential, knowing that I am created for greatness. I am not ordinary, I am extraordinary. I am not weak, I am powerful. I am not defeated, I am victorious. I claim this as my truth, and I live by it every single day. I align myself with divine abundance. I do not chase, I attract. I do not worry, I trust. I do not struggle, I receive. Everything I need flows to me effortlessly, for I am a magnet for blessings. Money, opportunities, connections, and favor find their way to me without resistance. I am not in competition with anyone, for my blessings are uniquely mine. There is no lack, for divine provision is endless. I open my heart, my hands, my mind to receive without hesitation. I walk in perfect health. My body is strong, my mind is clear, my spirit is at peace. Every cell in my body vibrates with divine energy. I release every worry, every tension, every doubt, and allow healing to flow through me. I do not accept sickness, for I know that my body is designed to thrive. I do not accept fatigue, for I am energized by divine strength. I do not accept weakness, for I am filled with power. Every part of me is renewed, restored, and overflowing with vitality. I embrace peace in all areas of my life. I do not entertain chaos, for I am anchored in stillness. I do not allow stress to consume me, for I rest in divine assurance. I do not let external circumstances disturb my inner peace, for I know that I am always protected. No situation, no person, no obstacle can take away the peace that dwells within me. I breathe deeply, I release all tension, and I surrender fully to the calm presence that surrounds me. I trust the process. I do not rush, for I know that everything is unfolding at the perfect time. I do not grow impatient, for I know that waiting is not wasting. I trust that every moment, every experience, every challenge is shaping me into the person I am meant to be. I do not resist, I do not fight, I do not complain. I embrace every part of my journey, knowing that it is leading me to greater heights. I see my desires as already fulfilled. I do not hope, I know. I do not wish, I declare. I do not wait, I live in the reality of my blessing now. I feel the joy, the gratitude, the excitement of already receiving everything I have prayed for. I align my thoughts, my emotions, my actions with the truth that it is already done. I do not question, I do not doubt, I do not waver. I stand firm in the knowing that my manifestation is inevitable. I give thanks in all things. I do not wait for blessings to appear before I express gratitude. I give thanks now in this moment, knowing that my life is already filled with abundance. I do not focus on what is missing, I focus on what is already here. I count my blessings, I acknowledge the goodness around me, I celebrate every victory, big and small. Gratitude is my way of life, and it multiplies every blessing in my reality. I am aligned with divine wisdom. I do not rely on my own understanding, for I know that higher guidance is always leading me. I listen closely, I follow the nudges, I trust the path before me. I do not question the process, for I know that every step is divinely guided. I receive insight, inspiration, and clarity at the perfect time. I am never lost, I am never confused, I am never without direction. The answers I seek are already within me. I forgive completely. I do not hold on to past wounds, for I know that they do not define me. I release every resentment, every grudge, every ounce of bitterness. I do not carry burdens that weigh me down, for I am meant to be free. I forgive not because others deserve it, but because I deserve peace. I choose love over anger, freedom over bondage, joy over pain. I step boldly into my calling. I do not shrink back, I do not play small, I do not hide my gifts. I was created with purpose, and I embrace it fully. I walk in confidence, knowing that I am here to make an impact. I do not fear judgment, for I answer only to the one who called me. I do not fear failure, for I know that every step forward is a step toward success. I do not seek approval, for I am already approved by the divine. I am walking into a season of breakthrough. I feel it, I know it, I see it unfolding. Every obstacle is being removed. Every delay is turning into acceleration. Every closed door is making way for something greater. I do not waver in faith, for I know that my time is now. I hold my head high, I walk in power, I speak with authority. I do not wait for signs, for I am the sign. I do not wait for permission, for I am already chosen. I release every doubt, every fear, every worry. I am stepping into the fullness of my blessing. My breakthrough is already here. I celebrate, I rejoice, I give thanks. It is already done. I stand firm in the unwavering truth that what I have declared is already mine. I do not need to see it with my physical eyes to believe it, for I know that faith is the evidence of things unseen. I walk forward with confidence, knowing that every blessing, every breakthrough, every divine promise is unfolding in perfect harmony. I release all doubt, all hesitation, all resistance, and embrace the fullness of my manifestation with gratitude. I trust, I believe, I receive. It is already done. Amen. There comes a time in life when you find yourself walking a road that seems lonely, a path where familiar faces fade and the world you once knew feels distant. You wonder why relationships crumble, why the people you once trusted slip away, and why silence becomes your closest companion. But what if this solitude is not a punishment, but a divine invitation? What if God is setting you apart, not to break you, but to awaken something within you that only isolation can reveal? Every great transformation begins with separation. The seed must be buried in darkness before it can break open and reach for the light. The caterpillar must be wrapped in stillness before it can take flight. And so it is with you. God calls you into solitude because there are things He must whisper to your soul that the noise of the world would drown out. He removes the distractions, the opinions, the expectations, and even the comfort, so that you may come face to face with your own divinity. When everything around you is stripped away, you begin to see clearly. You recognize that your strength was never in the crowd, but in the one who breathed life into you. You discover that your worth was never in validation, but in the truth that you were chosen before the foundation of the world. You realize that what you thought was loneliness was actually alignment, a sacred preparation for the destiny that awaits you. God isolates His chosen ones because He has called them to something greater. You cannot carry the weight of divine purpose while clinging to the things that no longer serve you. You cannot step into new blessings while holding on to old attachments. So He removes, He refines, He resets. The people who walked away were not meant to stay. The opportunities that slipped through your fingers were not meant to hold. The places you outgrew were not meant to contain you. If you feel alone, understand that you are not abandoned. You are being elevated. This is the moment where you must trust, not in what you see, but in the unseen hand that is guiding you. The stillness is not emptiness. It is an open space where God can pour into you without interference. The silence is not rejection. It is an invitation to hear Him more clearly. You were never meant to fit in because you were created to stand out. You were never meant to walk with the crowd because you were destined to lead. And if the journey feels lonely, it is only because God is calling you higher. Let this solitude mold you, strengthen you, and prepare you. Because when the time comes, you will not return as the person you once were. You will rise as the person you were always meant to be. There is a deep mystery in being set apart, one that the world does not understand. It is easy to believe that solitude is a sign of rejection, that isolation means something has gone wrong. But in the divine order of things, to be set apart is to be prepared, and to be alone is to be strengthened. If you find yourself in a season where doors have closed, where people have walked away, where familiar comforts no longer satisfy, then you must understand this. God has removed you from the noise so that He may speak to you in the silence. You were not created to blend in with the world. You were not designed to follow the patterns of those around you. You are different, chosen, called for something greater than the ordinary rhythm of life. And when God calls someone into their true purpose, He often begins by stripping away everything they thought they needed. He takes away the things that were never truly theirs to keep. He removes the relationships that would have hindered their growth. He separates them from distractions, from false security, from the need for approval, because only in this sacred solitude can the truth of who you are be fully revealed. The discomfort of isolation is not meant to break you, but to refine you. When God removes everything familiar, He is asking you to trust in something greater than what your eyes can see. The foundation of your life is being rebuilt, your mind is being renewed, your spirit is being prepared for what is coming. And though it may feel painful, though it may feel as if you are wandering without direction, know this: nothing is being taken away that will not be replaced with something far greater. Look at the lives of those who were used mightily by God, and you will see a pattern. Every great leader, every great teacher, every great visionary was first called into isolation. Moses was set apart in the wilderness before he could lead. Joseph was betrayed and imprisoned before he could rule. David was anointed but had to endure years of solitude before he could wear the crown. Even Jesus Himself withdrew into the wilderness before stepping fully into His divine purpose. Why? Because there are lessons that can only be learned in solitude. There is strength that can only be gained in stillness. There is a voice that can only be heard in silence. You have been called into this season not to suffer, but to transform. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. You are not being abandoned, you are being positioned. And though your mind may seek answers, though your heart may long for understanding, faith will teach you that the answers do not come from the world, but from within. The solitude is not meant to weaken you, it is meant to awaken you. It is a divine reset, an invitation to step into a new reality, one where you no longer rely on what is external, but on the infinite power that has always been within you. In this season you must release the need for validation. You must let go of the illusion that you need people to complete you. You must surrender the idea that you are missing something, because the truth is, nothing has been lost. What is truly yours can never be taken from you. The people meant to walk with you will return in divine timing. The doors that need to open will do so effortlessly. But first you must come to know yourself without all the external distractions. You must stand in your own presence, unshaken by the absence of others, unwavering in your faith that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Solitude is a mirror. It reveals what is hidden. It strips away the masks. It forces you to face the parts of yourself that have been neglected, the wounds that have been ignored, the fears that have been buried. And it is in this sacred unveiling that true healing begins, because when everything external is removed, you are left with the only thing that ever truly mattered, your connection to the divine. This is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of something far greater than you can comprehend. Every great transformation requires a period of isolation. Every masterpiece begins in the unseen. Every destiny is first shaped in the quiet places before it is revealed to the world. And so if you find yourself alone, do not despair, do not resist, do not seek to escape the silence. Instead, embrace it. Dive into it. Listen to the whispers of your soul, for in this stillness, in this sacred solitude, you will find the very thing you have been searching for all along. You will come to see that you were never truly alone, you were never abandoned, never forsaken. The presence of God has been with you all along, guiding you, shaping you, preparing you. And when the time comes, when the season of isolation has done its work, you will emerge renewed, transformed, awakened. You will not return as the person you once were. You will return as the person you were always meant to be. And the world will see the light that has been ignited within you, the strength that has been forged in the silence, the power that has been birthed in solitude. For now, trust the process, trust the unfolding, trust that every moment of isolation is leading you closer to your higher self, to your divine purpose, to the life that has been waiting for you all along. And when the time is right, when the preparation is complete, the doors will open, the right people will come, and everything that is meant for you will be revealed. Until then, stand firm in faith, embrace the silence, and know that you are exactly where you are meant to be. There is a reason why you feel distant from the world, why the people you once held close seem unreachable, why the things that once brought you comfort no longer satisfy your soul. This is not a mistake. This is not a random event. You are being set apart. You are being prepared for something greater than your current reality. It is not rejection, it is elevation. It is not abandonment, it is transformation. God has chosen you for a higher calling, and with that calling comes a necessary season of separation. You cannot step into your destiny while still clinging to the past. You cannot walk in divine purpose while carrying the weight of relationships that no longer align with where you are going. So, the separation comes. The solitude deepens. And in the stillness, you are forced to look within. You are forced to let go of what no longer serves you. You are forced to stand on your own, not because you are meant to be alone forever, but because you must first learn who you are without the distractions of the world. Everything you once relied on is being stripped away so that you may come to know the only thing that truly matters, your connection to the divine. This is where your strength is found. This is where your identity is revealed. This is where you discover that you are not dependent on the approval of others, that you are not defined by what you have lost, that you are not weakened by solitude, but strengthened by it. Do not resist this process. Do not fight against the changes that are unfolding in your life. There is a reason why certain people have walked away. There is a reason why doors have closed. There is a reason why you feel different, why you no longer fit into the spaces you once occupied. You are growing, you are evolving, you are being prepared for something far beyond what you can see. And with that growth comes discomfort. With that evolution comes moments of loneliness. But what you must understand is that this solitude is not emptiness. It is a sacred space where your true power is being revealed. The world will try to convince you that being alone is something to be feared, that silence is something to escape, that you must constantly surround yourself with people in order to be whole. But the truth is, solitude is where your greatest strength is born. It is where you learn to listen, not to the noise of the world, but to the voice of God within you. It is where your mind is renewed, where your faith is tested, where your purpose becomes clear. It is where you realize that you were never truly alone to begin with, that the presence of the divine has been guiding you all along, leading you toward a future far greater than you could have imagined. If you find yourself in a season of isolation, do not allow fear to take hold. Do not allow doubt to cloud your mind. Do not allow loneliness to convince you that you are forgotten. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are being set apart. You are being molded. You are being strengthened in ways you cannot yet understand. What feels like loss is actually alignment. What feels like separation is actually preparation. What feels like the end is actually the beginning of something new. Every great transformation requires a period of stillness. The seed must be buried in the darkness before it can break open and reach for the light. The caterpillar must be wrapped in stillness before it can become the butterfly. And so it is with you. This moment of solitude is not meant to harm you. It is meant to awaken you. It is meant to push you toward the version of yourself that has always been waiting on the other side of fear, doubt, and limitation. This is the season where you must learn to trust. Trust in the unseen, trust in the process. Trust that every closed door is making room for something better. Trust that every loss is clearing the way for something greater. Trust that God has not brought you this far to leave you. That every tear, every unanswered question, every moment of silence is working together for your highest good. You must come to understand that solitude is not a punishment, it is a privilege. It is an opportunity to grow without distraction, to heal without interference, to step into your power without compromise. It is in this space that you will come to see yourself clearly, not as the world defines you, but as God has always seen you. Strong, capable, chosen. You will come to realize that you do not need external validation to know your worth. You do not need constant companionship to feel complete. You do not need the approval of others to walk in confidence. Everything you need has already been placed within you, and it is in this season of solitude that you will learn to access it. Let go of the need to explain your journey to those who do not understand it. Let go of the desire to hold on to relationships that are no longer serving your growth. Let go of the fear that being alone means being forgotten. You are never alone. You are never forgotten. You are exactly where you are meant to be. And when the time is right, when this season of preparation has done its work, everything that is meant for you will come effortlessly. The right people will enter your life, not to fill a void, but to walk alongside you as equals. The right doors will open, not because you forced them to, but because you were ready to walk through them. The right opportunities will appear, not because you chased them, but because you became the person who was ready to receive them. But first you must embrace this moment. You must accept the silence, the stillness, the solitude. You must trust that what is being removed is making space for something greater. You must believe that every challenge is a lesson, every delay is divine timing, every lonely night is a step closer to the life you were always meant to live. And when this season comes to an end, when you emerge from this period of isolation, you will not be the same person you once were. You will be stronger, wiser, more aligned with your purpose than ever before. You will carry a power within you that cannot be shaken, a peace that cannot be disturbed, a faith that cannot be broken. So stand firm. Hold on to the truth that everything is happening for you, not against you. Know that God is not just taking things away, He is making room for what is truly yours. And when the time comes, you will look back on this season of solitude not with sorrow, but with gratitude. Because you will see that it was in this space of stillness that you found yourself, that you found your strength, that you found God in a way you never had before. And that is worth more than anything you thought you lost. You must begin to see this season not as a time of emptiness, but as a time of fulfillment. What the world calls loneliness, heaven calls preparation. What feels like separation is actually elevation. You are being pulled away from the familiar so that you may step into the extraordinary. You are being removed from the noise so that you may hear the truth. You are being taken out of the crowd so that you may discover the power that lies within you. There is nothing random about this process. Every shift, every loss, Every moment of solitude has been divinely orchestrated for your transformation. It may not make sense now. You may not understand why certain people have walked away, why the doors you once relied upon have closed, why you no longer feel connected to the places and things that once gave you comfort. But one day, you will look back and realize that everything happened exactly as it needed to. You will see that nothing was taken from you. Rather, you were being guided towards something far greater than what you could have imagined. Right now, the world may not see you. They may not recognize the changes happening within you. They may not understand why you have pulled away, why you no longer engage in the same conversations, why your desires have shifted. That is because you are being made new. You are being prepared for something higher, something sacred, something beyond the reach of the ordinary. The world will only understand when they see the manifestation of what is being built in this season. Until then, you must trust the process, even when no one else does. The greatest transformations always happen in the unseen. The tree grows its deepest roots in silence, before it ever reaches toward the sky. The diamond is formed in the pressure of darkness before it ever shines in the light. The masterpiece is painted stroke by stroke in solitude, before it is ever revealed to the world. And so it is with you. What is happening now, though invisible to the outside world, is shaping you into the person you were destined to be. Every moment of stillness is strengthening you. Every tear is watering the soil of your future. Every loss is making space for something that is meant to stay. This journey is not for everyone. Not everyone will understand why you have been set apart. Not everyone will see the vision God has placed within you. Not everyone will be able to walk with you in this season of transformation, but that is not your concern. You are not called to convince people of your path. You are not called to explain yourself to those who are not meant to understand. And you are called to walk in faith, to embrace the solitude, to trust that what is unfolding is leading you to something beyond what you could have planned for yourself. There is no need to fear the silence. There is no need to resist the isolation. This is where you find your true self, where you shed the old identities that no longer serve you, where you break free from the limitations that have kept you bound. You are no longer who you used to be. You are not the same person who needed constant validation, who feared rejection, who sought approval from others. That version of you is being left behind. In this sacred solitude, you are being reborn. You are coming into alignment with who you truly are, not who the world told you to be. There is a shift happening within you, a shift that will change everything. Your mind is being renewed, your spirit is being awakened, your purpose is being revealed. And though it may feel like you are in the wilderness now, know that every step is leading you closer to the promise. What is waiting for you on the other side of this season will make every moment of isolation worth it. The doors that will open, the people that will come, the opportunities that will unfold. Everything will align in divine timing. But first, you must be patient. You must allow the process to unfold without resistance. You must trust that even in the silence, God is working. Even in the stillness, things are shifting. Even when it seems like nothing is happening, everything is happening beneath the surface. You are growing in ways that cannot yet be seen. You are being prepared for a life that you cannot yet imagine. And when the time is right, when the foundation has been laid, when you have fully stepped into the strength of who you are, everything that is meant for you will come effortlessly. There is nothing to fear. There is nothing to doubt. You are not lost. You are being guided. You are not forgotten. You are being protected. You are not alone. You are being held. And when this season has done its work, when you emerge from this sacred solitude, you will not just return as the person you once were. You will return transformed. You will return empowered. You will return as the person you were always destined to be. You must begin to embrace the silence, for it is not an emptiness, but a space filled with divine intention. Every moment of solitude is carving out within you a new depth of understanding, a new level of faith, a new awareness of your own power. The world may not see what is happening inside of you, but that does not mean the transformation is not real. It is happening beneath the surface, like roots growing deep into the earth before the tree ever appears. There is a breaking that must take place before the breakthrough. The breaking of old patterns, old mindsets, old attachments that have kept you from stepping into your highest self. This breaking is not meant to harm you, but to free you. The attachments that once defined you are dissolving so that you may stand fully in the truth of who you are. You are learning that you are not dependent on anything external for your strength. You are not dependent on the approval of others. You are not defined by relationships that have ended. You are not weakened by loss. You are strengthened by it. It is in this season of separation that you will come to realize what truly matters. You will see how much time you spent chasing after things that were never meant to last. You will recognize the illusions that kept you bound, the fears that kept you small, the distractions that kept you from walking fully in your divine purpose. And once your eyes have been opened, you will never again settle for anything less than what is truly meant for you. Let go of the need to understand everything in this moment. Let go of the need to see the full picture. Your human mind may not yet grasp the divine orchestration that is at work in your life, but that does not mean it is not happening. Trust the process. Trust that the pain has a purpose. Trust that the delays are divine. Trust that what feels like an ending is actually a beginning. Every great leader, every great visionary, every person who has ever stepped into their highest calling has walked through a season of isolation. Moses was alone in the wilderness before leading his people to freedom. Joseph was betrayed and cast into prison before rising to a position of power. Jesus withdrew to the mountains to pray before performing miracles. The pattern is clear. Before elevation, there is separation. Before the promise is fulfilled, there is a period of preparation. Before destiny unfolds, there is a necessary refining. This is the refining season. This is where everything that is not truly you is stripped away. This is where your strength is tested, where your faith is made unshakable, where your heart is purified from everything that is not aligned with your divine purpose. Do not despise this process. Do not resist it. What is being built within you in this season will be the foundation for everything that is to come. You must be willing to release the past in order to receive the future. You must be willing to step into the unknown, to walk forward even when you cannot yet see the path. This is what faith requires. This is what transformation demands. You cannot hold on to what was and step fully into what is meant to be. You cannot carry the weight of yesterday into the promise of tomorrow. There is something greater waiting for you on the other side of this season. There is a life beyond anything you have imagined, a future so beautiful, so aligned, so abundant, that if you could see it now, you would not question a single thing that is happening in your life. You would not fear the solitude, you would not resist the changes, you would not grieve what has left, because you would know, without a doubt, that everything is happening exactly as it should. The people who walked away were not meant to stay. The doors that closed were not the right ones. The silence is not abandonment. It is an invitation to go deeper, deeper into your purpose, deeper into your faith, deeper into your divine connection. This is not the time to shrink back in fear. This is the time to rise. This is the time to trust. This is the time to fully surrender to the unfolding of something far greater than you can comprehend. There will come a day when you look back on this season with gratitude. There will come a moment when you understand why everything had to happen the way it did. The pain will make sense. The losses will no longer feel like losses. The delays will be revealed as divine protection. And in that moment you will stand in awe of the way it all came together. You will see that you were never alone, never forgotten, never forsaken. You were being prepared. You were being positioned. You were being made ready for the life that was always meant to be yours. So do not resist this solitude. Do not fear the silence. Do not doubt the journey. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and when this season has fulfilled its purpose, when the time is right, everything that is meant for you will come with ease, with clarity, with certainty. You will no longer question. You will no longer fear. You will simply know. Because you will have become the person who was always meant to receive it. Every moment of solitude is an invitation to step deeper into yourself, to listen beyond the noise of the world, to hear the still, small voice that has been calling you all along. You are not here to blend in, to follow the crowd, to move as the world moves. You are here to awaken, to rise, to become something more than what you have been set apart. This is why you have been set apart. This is why the distractions have been removed. This is why certain people could not continue on this journey with you. It is not rejection, it is redirection. It is not punishment, it is preparation. You are being refined in the silence. In the stillness, you are becoming stronger, wiser, more aligned with your divine purpose. You may not see the full picture yet, but something within you knows that you are being guided. You can feel it in the way your desires have changed, in the way your mind has expanded, in the way your heart has learned to let go. What once mattered no longer holds the same weight. What once defined you no longer feels like truth. This is the transformation. This is the shedding of the old, so that you may step fully into the new. There is a reason why you no longer fit into certain spaces. There is a reason why conversations that once entertained you now feel empty. There is a reason why you feel the pull to go inward, to be still, to disconnect from the noise. It is because something greater is being revealed to you. You are seeing what most people do not see. You are understanding what most people do not understand. The world will call it loneliness, but heaven calls it consecration. You are being set apart so that you may rise into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. This is not a time to seek validation from others. This is not a time to look for reassurance outside of yourself. No one else can walk this path for you. No one else can see the vision that has been placed within you. No one else can understand the depth of your transformation. And that is okay. You are not meant to be understood by everyone. You are not meant to be accepted by the masses. You are meant to walk in divine alignment, to move with unwavering faith, to trust that what is happening within you is far more important than what is happening around you. Let go of the need to explain yourself. Let go of the need to be seen, to be heard, to be recognized. Your validation does not come from the world. Your worth is not determined by the opinions of others. What is being built within you will speak for itself in time. The shift that is happening inside of you will become so undeniable that the world will have no choice but to take notice. But by then, you will no longer be concerned with their recognition. By then, you will have outgrown the need for approval. By then, you will be so deeply rooted in your truth that nothing outside of you will shake you. This is the power of solitude. This is the gift of being set apart. It is not an easy journey, but it is a necessary one. You cannot carry the weight of your past into the future that is being prepared for you. You cannot cling to what was and still step fully into what is to come. There is a shedding that must take place, a releasing, a surrendering. Only then will you be able to receive what has been waiting for you all along. You may not understand it now, but one day you will. One day you will look back on this season and realize that it was the turning point, the moment everything shifted, the moment you stopped seeking and started knowing, the moment you released fear and stepped fully into faith. And when that day comes, you will see that every moment of solitude was worth it. Every tear, every unanswered question, every silent night, it was all leading you to the life that was always meant for you. So trust this process. Trust that what is being removed is making space for something greater. Trust that what feels like isolation is actually elevation. Trust that you are being prepared, molded, refined into the person you were always destined to be, and when the time is right, when you have become the version of yourself that is ready to receive, everything that is meant for you will come with ease, with clarity, with divine alignment. You will no longer chase, you will no longer question, you will simply know. Because you will have become the person who was always meant to have it. You are being positioned for something that cannot be rushed. The timing of your life is not random. Every shift, every delay, every door that closed was necessary. You are not being punished, you are being perfected. The silence is not emptiness, it is divine alignment. The loneliness is not abandonment, it is a sacred invitation to discover the fullness of your own being. There are things you must learn in the quiet, lessons that cannot be taught in the presence of distraction. You are being refined, redefined, and made whole in a way that will make sense only in hindsight. The world would have you believe that isolation is a curse, that being set apart is something to fear. But this is not a curse, it is a calling. Not everyone is chosen to walk this path. Not everyone is meant to carry the weight of divine purpose. That is why you cannot compare your journey to others. That is why you cannot measure your progress by worldly standards. What is happening in you is beyond what the eyes can see, beyond what the mind can comprehend. You are becoming, and becoming requires separation. It requires distance from what no longer serves you. It requires the breaking away from the old so that the new can emerge. There is a stripping away that must take place before the unveiling. Every illusion that has clouded your vision, every attachment that has weighed you down, every belief that has limited your expansion, it is all being removed. Do not resist this process. Do not cling to what is being released. You are not losing anything of true value. You are being emptied so that you can be filled with something greater. You are being realigned with the highest version of yourself. This is the preparation before the elevation. This is the pruning before the flourishing. This is the fire before the gold. You must come to a place where you no longer fear being alone. You must find comfort in your own presence, strength in your solitude, wisdom in your stillness. Because when the time comes, when the doors open, when the floodgates of blessings pour into your life, you will need to be ready. You will need to be grounded, unwavering, unshaken by the noise of the world. What is being built in you now is not just for this moment. It is for the rest of your life. The lessons you are learning, the strength you are cultivating, the faith you are developing will sustain you through every season that follows. There is no need to force anything. There is no need to chase, to beg, to strive in desperation. What is meant for you will find you when you are ready. And readiness is not about doing more. It is about becoming more. It is about aligning yourself so completely with your divine purpose that when the blessings come, they do not overwhelm you, but instead flow through you with ease. That is why this time alone is sacred. That is why you must embrace it fully. There is a reason why things are happening the way they are. There is a reason why certain doors did not open, why certain people had to leave, why certain plans did not unfold the way you expected. It is all working together for your highest good. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. The unfolding of your destiny is not on anyone else's timeline. It is moving at the perfect pace even when it does not feel like it. Even when you cannot see the progress, trust that it is happening. Even when nothing seems to be changing, know that everything is shifting beneath the surface. Faith is not about seeing, it is about knowing. It is about trusting that what is unseen is more real than what is visible. You are walking a path that not everyone will understand. You are being shaped in ways that cannot be explained. You are being led by a force greater than logic, greater than reason, greater than anything the world can offer, and that is why you must trust this process. That is why you must hold on to your faith, even when nothing makes sense. That is why you must walk forward, even when the path is unclear. Because the moment you let go of fear, the moment you surrender fully to this divine unfolding, everything will begin to fall into place. The doors will open effortlessly, the connections will form naturally, the blessings will flow abundantly. But first you must become the person who is ready to receive. You must become the vessel that can hold the magnitude of what is coming. You must allow yourself to be emptied of everything that is not aligned with your highest self. And that is what this season of solitude is about. That is why you have been set apart. Not to suffer, not to struggle, but to be prepared, to be strengthened, to be transformed. Because what is coming is bigger than what you have prayed for. What is coming is beyond what you have imagined. What is coming will not just bless you, it will bless generations after you. So embrace this time, honor this process, trust the divine timing of your life. The silence is not an absence, it is a presence. The solitude is not a void, it is a sacred space for becoming. And when the time is right, when you have been refined, when you have become who you were always meant to be, everything that is meant for you will arrive with clarity, with ease, with undeniable certainty. You will not question it. You will not chase it. You will not force it. You will simply step into it, because you will finally be the person who was always meant to have it. And so, as you walk this path of solitude, know that you are not alone. You are being guided, molded, and prepared for something beyond your imagination. The silence is not a sign of abandonment, but an indication of transformation. You are not being forgotten, you are being refined. Every moment of stillness is shaping you into the person who can hold the blessings that are coming. When the time is right, everything will align effortlessly. The people meant for you will find you. The doors meant for you will open. The purpose meant for you will unfold. And when that moment arrives, you will look back and realize that the solitude was never loneliness, it was preparation. The waiting was never wasted, it was elevation. The separation was never rejection, it was elevation. Trust this process. Embrace this season. Walk forward with faith, knowing that everything is working together for your highest good. And when the day comes when everything falls into place, you will not just receive the blessings, you will be ready for them, because you will have become the person who was always meant to have them.